Okay, so I'm trying something a little bit different this time, and that is that I'm starting this demo with the speeded up session, considerably speeded up. It's like 4x. And then those of you with a really strong stomach who actually want to learn a little something about how pattern betting works and how effective it is can sit through the upcoming bet by bet narration of every single move along the way, mistakes and all, because there'll be a couple of those. There always is. And then after that will come the Excel analysis. The bad news about this session is that it was just too much of a piece of cake. It was a walk in the park. It was just crazy. But you know what? That's what happens. It happens. Once in a blue moon, you will make a lot of money because the cards fall your way and you don't have to work for it. Other times you'll make a lot of money, but you have to work like a slave because at every turn everything's wrong, and the only thing that'll save you is good timing, discipline, tactics, and of course the pattern betting rules. And the pattern betting rules are ridiculously easy. I've explained them so many times, but I always think, well, the smart thing to do is to just show people over and over and over again. This is what you do. This is how you can get out of trouble. This is what it takes. This is why it works, and so on. And sometimes that's just not enough. But I'll repeat to anybody who thinks that a sim like this one from the Wizard of Odds is not the same as the real thing. You are deluded, misinformed, and perhaps even a little daft, because nobody who has ever tried this sim and given it a decent shot with an open mind would ever claim that this Wizard of Odds sim is anything but completely accurate. It does exactly the same thing as they do in a casino. It takes 8 decks, 52 cards per deck, 13 cards per suit, and they start with an ace and they end with a 2, and that's how it works. And the sim never makes a mistake, never slips up. There's never an unwanted repeat. That you won't get an extra ace of spades or an extra anything. There's 8 of every card, every suit. So there's 8 aces of spades and there's 8 aces of hearts and blah 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 blah. And you will never see this thing make a mistake, for the very simple reason that it's entirely digital. It runs on an algorithm, just like algae on my Excel things. Nothing's ever changed. And the card count on it too is absolutely superbly accurate. I've tested that. I've tested everything. I've run God knows how many tests over the years to make sure that I'm not wrong about this or that it hasn't been changed or whatever. And it is as solid as you can get. And I will only say to people, if you really honestly believe your own stupid lies that this thing is not the same as the real thing, prove it. Play it. Show me you beating this manipulatable, fake, stupid, and beating it more effectively than I do with pattern betting. I want to see it. I really do. I think it'd be great, and then we can put it online on YouTube, and everybody can see how bloody clever you are. But of course, nobody's ever taken me up on that. Isn't it weird? All right, so here we are, another blackjack session. It's a compulsion. I can't help myself. Especially since the last blackjack session that I posted got a decent number of viewers. Of course, I mean I get just a handful of clicks, whereas somebody like Vegas Matt playing to the idiots gallery can get I don't know 1.75 million or whatever he's at right now. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. But of course, I'm not doing the same thing. He's pitching stupid gambling on behalf of the gaming industry, the gambling industry. They call it gaming in Nevada, which is hilarious because they're pretending that there's something sort of just a little bit respectable about it. Well, in fact, it's a scourge on the state economy and on the national economy in the USA, gambling in general. And the same applies around the world, of course. You know, in the UK too, it's a major drain on resources of all kinds. But you know, somebody like Vegas Matt doesn't care about little things like that. All he cares about is money in the bank, and he's not alone. All the others, all his imitators are the same, and then you've got the people who pretend to be fantastic, magical, amazing, consistent winners, and they don't offer any proof. And every time you see them in a video, they're getting their bloody asses kicked, or you just see 3 or 4 hands in which they make a ton of money, or so they claim. So you know, it's a tricky old business. It's mostly deceit, misinformation, downright lies. But there you go. Anyway, let's see what we can do here with a little bit of honesty. And I have no idea what's coming. The trolls can Twitter on all they want about how this sim from the Wizard of Oz can be manipulated, and that's what I'm doing. It's absolute codswallop, but codswallop is very fashionable these days, especially in America. +1 for the win. Oh, how nice. +1 for the win. Oh, that was rotten. 1, 2. Oh, very pretty. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll do this, you know, I'll post this bet by bet narration, but I'll also put in a 4x speed version of this session, obviously without narration because I'd sound worse than a chipmunk. Anyway, back to the minimum. Win it, then min it. Remember that, please. Well, that was a waste of bloody time, wasn't it? 51. Oops. Yeah, 51. Double down. Thank you. All right, because we got the double down, we'll go back to the min. And double for the loss. And 1, 2. Oh, nicely. Just worked out. Bugger. Double bugger. I think that's like 2, 3, isn't it? It's got to be. Oh, I did not manipulate that. I did not know it was coming. God, there are so many pillocks out there, buddy, commenting and making snarky remarks. Every last one of them a Trump voter, probably. Oh dear. That's 1, 2. That's rubbish. That's a double. Ew. Don't like this at all. Oh, well, that worked out. 22 up there. Look at that. Lovely. God, that's what you need. Double downs are so important. They'll be taking those away soon. That'll be the next thing that the strip casinos do in Las Vegas and the crooks elsewhere. That's a repeat, I think. Another 22. Keep that up. The more the merrier. Uh-oh. Double for the loss. Uh-oh. 1, 2. Keep coming back to 1, 2, don't we? That's just a repeat. Okay, 3-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. 7-8. Long grass. Ooh, I'd call that a lucky one. All right. Luck's a good thing, though. I'm in favour of it. I really am. Like that, for instance. Talk about jam. And another jammy one. Let's keep going. That's plus max. 12 against a 3? I think so. All right. I give up. So that's going to be 250 now. All right. I like this one. I think this one's very much in our favour, don't you? It'll turn on a sixpence, as we like to say in the UK. Yes, this was a guy years ago, a billionaire, Nubar Gulbenkian. What he said? My Rolls Royce will turn on a sixpence, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure that was made up by the media, but he liked it, so he stuck with it. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Back to the min. See, the Wiz is getting some nice pulls, but he's not timing them very well. Or they're not timing themselves very well. Oh, look. Back to the min. Damn it, how many naturals have we had this time? Crazy. Double down. Oops. That's 1, 2. Oh, dear. This is what you need. You don't see it very often. Look at that. You know, and the math says that you know, there's no point in paying any attention to you know, great runs of luck, because they can't be predicted, so they're meaningless. But we all know that they exist, so you know, you have to take them into account. And when you can see that a dealer is hot, run away, for goodness sake. Don't sit there getting your backside kicked. Doesn't make any sense. Double. Oh, that should have been a double, damn it. Oh, just as well, huh? So it's going to be 2, 3. That was rough. 5, 6. Okay, now we're fighting. And we got it. Coming to the end of this one, I think. Double for the loss. Double down. I think that takes us back to the min. Yeah, and if you honestly believe that this thing can be manipulated, show me. You know, get a screen recorder, get it running, play at least 2 shoes, and show me how you can manipulate this thing and how your strategy is more effective than pattern betting. I'd love to see it, and I'd very happily put it online. Is that a +1? I think it might be. That would be 1, 2. Coming to the end here, I think. 22 up there again. Good job. Another 22. I love it. It's always appreciated. It's why those scammy bloody abominations that Vegas Matt is constantly pitching. The dealer 22 is a push. I mean, what the hell does he think he's doing? Uh-oh. Okay, we got into trouble there. So that's going to be 1-2, I think. And that's a hit. And that's the last hand, so I've got to take a snap of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 now. New shoe. All right, came out of that okay. Let's just hope the next shoe is as friendly as the last one. It probably won't be. Double for the loss. Now I'm getting the 22s. 1, 2. All right, I'll take it. You know, I mean, if you bet flat or randomly, you're just pretty sticking your neck in a noose. There's no doubt about it. Look at that, another 22 up there. +1. Double down. Rubbish. 1, 2. Oh, that was pretty. I think this has been a rare, so far, a rare treat. Another 22. There's a bugger in there. 51. Repeat. Oh yeah. Minimum. Win it? Well, you know how it goes. Double. Ouch. 1, 2. I think. Some nice pulls going on here. +1. That was jammy, wasn't it? Plus another one. Yeah, I think this is a sort of a bit of a weirdo, this one. But I have absolutely no control. I wouldn't want it. Double for the push. Okay. 2, 3. 5, 6. Here we go. The wheels are coming off. Oh, maybe not. Thank you. 22 up there. Bummer. Jammy. Jammy is good. That's not so good. 51. Double. I was going to say that might work. Hit. Hit. 22 for me. Double for the loss. One, 2. Ouch. 3, 4. That worked. Back to them in. Double down. +1. +1.
This is a reminder.
Man, what was that? +1. Was that a +1? I've got another +1 now then. Okay. And plus max. Oh, so that's going to be 250. All right, so now we're looking at 4-5. We're getting into the muck now. The 7 first would have been good. So we're on 9-10, and I think we're going to leave this one if we don't win this one. Oh dear. 9-10 in hundreds, of course. Ace 7 against a 3. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't think that's a double down. Oh, yeah, it is. Boy, this could be nasty. Ace 7 against a 3. We're doubling it. Ooh! So 9-10. So we're on 2-3. I'm going to do the 2-3 before I run away. 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't, but I'm gonna. There it is. Okay. Jammed it. It's just, it's been going so well, I wasn't going to let them beat me. Sorry. That's a repeater. What? That's a double for the push. That's a double down. Very nicely done. Now I've lost myself. I'm going to go do a +1. I think it might be wrong, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. 250. That's a bugger, isn't it? That's even worse. 4-5 again. No, that's not good. 4-5. 9-10. Let's do it. 9-10 in hundreds, of course. Oh boy. Well, you can't do much better than that, now can you? Yeah, this has been a jam session, so to speak. Double for the loss. One, two. I like that. He got 22 again, didn't he? And I know there's not a he up there. God, I've actually had somebody say, you do realise. That was jam too, wasn't it? I'm in favour of it. Every litter helps. Bugger. That would be a double for the push. Oh, freaking heck. This is going to be an interesting one on XL, I think. It's going to be very, very player friendly, obviously. Because what have we made? We've made, 7,750 in less than 20 minutes. Which, of course, would not impress Dana White or any of those people. +1. We're wrapping it up in a minute, I think. All right. Well, we got to chase that 51 into the next shoe. But let's save that. 51. Well, I think that takes us out of trouble. What do you think? So 12,900. So we made 7,900 in 20 minutes. So I like it. And it's 2 shoes. And as I say, if there's anybody out there who actually believes that this sim can be beaten, it's a free sim. Just show us all. Show us your brilliant strategy, which can beat this thing, and show us how you manipulate it. I think that the wizard himself, Michael Shackelford, would be outraged at the very suggestion, and he's probably had it before, that his sim can be manipulated. And I don't know if he designed it himself or not. I do know that if I could, I would produce the ultimate blackjack sim, one that tracks everything in the same way that the Baccarat Win Pro Baccarat sim tracks everything and records everything, and basically prevents any kind of cheating, any kind of misapplication. I think it would be a boon, but on the other hand, I have to recognize, and my audience numbers show this, most people, most gamblers don't care about the numbers. They don't care about reality. They don't care about common sense. They don't care about logic or numeracy or any of those things. They're out for thrills. And in essence, most gamblers not only expect to lose, but want to lose. That is the reality. The casinos know that, and they make an enormous profit from the fact that they know our psychology better than we know our own, I think. Anyway, I'll be back with the Excel analysis, and I'll speed this up for those who don't have the patience to listen to me rabbiting on explaining every bet. All right, so if you've looked at one of these before, checked out one of these summaries of action on the Wizard of Oz sim, you'll know that I'm never particularly happy if it's a positive actual value, because that means that pattern betting was not really seriously tested. What I like to see is I like to see sort of negative expectation in the sort of I don't know, the range of whatever. I mean, anything over about 5% against me, and then pattern betting just kicks ass and it's a piece of cake. But that didn't happen this time. What we had was a player edge. This is why I describe it in the description as easy peasy. It was just really weird. I think in the very end we had, well, as you can see here, 22%, and that's just insane. Gross advantage was 23.4%, player edge that is, and net was 21.8%. And usually what happens with the difference between gross and net is that usually gross is a lot nastier a number than net, because net includes payouts for naturals, excuse me, sorry, stuff like that, so it's all a bit weird. But anyway, the 21.8%, it's the old story about this blind chimpanzee with a paper bag over its head couldn't really lose against this lot. Even John Sirasani couldn't lose against this lot. Well, I don't know, he'd probably find a way, actually. Probably Degen Dalt would too. But anyway, we improved that from 21.8%, almost doubled it to 40.7%. But not much of a challenge, disappointing. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's just scroll down here. Really nothing desperately bad anywhere. I mean, there was a little bit of a stretch, I think, at one point, but just so unimportant. It's just one of those strange things. And remember that when I go over to pattern betting, exactly the same outcomes will be transferred over there, and I don't touch the algorithm. I just leave it alone from one session to the next. There'd be no sense in me changing it. Cheating it would be just bloody stupid. It'd be like cheating at golf. The only person you cheat is yourself, unless you're the President of the United States, and then you think that the rules don't apply to you. But anyway, that's another story. Honestly, people might get the idea that I don't like the President of the United States. How ridiculous would that be? No, I lived in that country for decades and loved it, and hated a lot about it, but loved the people and loved the country. That's for sure. The incredible scenery, the lifestyle, the quality of life. But it's all being chewed away at now. It's been chewed up and spat out, and it's not being spat out in anybody's faces but Americans' faces. So sad. However, 21.8% turned to 40.7%. That's the story here. Go to pattern betting. Not quite as dramatic. Algae is more sensible than I am, doesn't make mistakes, doesn't forget shit. Um, what did we do? Average win over average loss was, why does it say minus 272%? That's bollocks right there. Um, huh. That doesn't make any sense at all. I'll have to have a look at that. Oh, okay. I think I just must have done something stupid. I do stupid shit sometimes, but I usually find the problems and fix them. So that's what I'm trying to do this time. Okay, so the average win was 211, average loss was 131. And there are people out there who say, well, you can't possibly do anything about winning more when you win and you lose when you lose. And I've demonstrated it so many dozens, hundreds of times over the years, again and again and again and again, and people just pay no attention. And it always makes me think that the real toughies, the sort of repeat trolls, have got to have an agenda that they're not being truthful about. They must be working for the casino business, because the casino business basically requires you to tell lies in order to bamboozle punters and make them think that pattern betting or progressive betting generally, all these sorts of things won't work. And then they hire the likes of Vegas Matt and Bobby Rivas and all the other shills, stiffs, touts, pets to sort of push out the same disinformation. And that's why I talk about mathematicians all the time. These are the trolls who come back to me and say, I mean, you cannot possibly, if you're going to lose more bets than you win, you cannot possibly come out with more money than you started with if you bet flat or if you bet randomly. You think that betting regressively is going to fix the problem for you? No, of course it isn't. You're going to lose more and more and more and more and more. I mean, this is one of the problems with Vegas Paulie C. He has a kind of a regressive strategy where, he'll keep pumping a bet until it's like, I don't know, 1,500, 16, 1,700, and then he loses and he drops back to 100 immediately. That's regressive betting, and it's a no-no. It just doesn't work. But he's consistent. So quite often, if he hits what he calls a rush, a winning streak, a plus run, as I prefer to call it, then he's made. But that applies to pretty much anybody, including a blind chimpanzee with a bag over his head against this lot, because, by golly, yay. Anyway, let's get this right, because I don't know how that went wrong there. Uh, 177 at the in real play. I had an average win of 235, average loss of 133, gave me an average win over average loss of 177. That's very good. That's very good. Very really nice. And Algae did 160%, which ain't bad. So there you have it. I think that covers it, really. I mean, there's not a lot to be said because it was too bloody easy this time. But what they say, the old-fashioned idea is, you've got to take the smooth with the rough. And, you can't sort of say, well, that's way too easy, so I'm not going to bet that anymore. Of course you go after it. You go with the flow and you rake in the cash, and it all goes to the bankroll. And the whole point of this, all of these things that I'm putting up online, is to say to you, you've got to approach these games in a consistent, sober, steady, sensible, logical, mathematical, just all around on the ball way. It's got to be businesslike. So that means you've got to be prepared to put out a lot of money to make a lot of money, which is how any investment program, any business goes. Like you decide that you want to get into the McDonald's game, it's going to cost you, I don't know, 2-3 million now to build a McDonald's, and yes, they give you the money and then you pay them back, but it'll take you a long time to recoup what you owe. And then after 5 years, after all that money you've put out, you make money hand over fist. But it doesn't come easy. It comes a lot easier with pattern betting against blackjack and baccarat and all sorts of other things. And I've never said to anybody this is absolutely guaranteed foolproof. There's no way you can lose. Of course you can lose. You may well screw up. That's one problem. You may also just not have enough money, because people will listen to me saying you've got to have a fucking enormous bankroll in order to take on these games, and just look across the table at the money that's in the dealer's tray and think on that. But people will still say, "Oh well, I went to the go, for 10,000, and then I lost, and your strategy sucks." Well, I'm not telling anybody to go from 25 to 10,000. It's not a wide enough spread. You've got to spread as wide as you possibly can. And these people like Jason Balky and so on, who start with a minimum of 500 and the table max is 10,000, they can't make it against crap. They can make it if they hit a plus run, but they've got no chance if volatility kicks in. It'll suck up their 20 units in no time. Okay, so I mean, Jason Balky is a guy who very often will go to the table with 30 or 50,000, which is more than can be said for most people, except Crazy Cody Burn Money, who really what he likes to do is to just keep pushing money out and losing it. I mean, I think he's got a special kind of relationship with the house where, he just takes money from them when he gets lucky, and then he gives it back as fast as he can. Funny arrangement. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I'm not his accountant. I'm not his friend. I'm not in touch with him in any way. But all of these guys set a terrible example, and that's what really pisses me off, because gambling is dangerous enough without these clowns, these greedy bastards, making a shitload of money out of setting a bad example for people who might just be pulled into gambling because of what they're doing, because of the content that's shown on YouTube. And, I've had people say to me, no, there's no way that people are going to be in any way attracted to gambling just because they watch Vegas Matt or whatever. What utter shit. Honestly. I mean, come on. Really? Would the casinos promote and pamper and comp and generally support, sponsor, enable the Vegas Mats if they didn't know for sure from their market research that doing that is bringing suckers in for slaughter? And Vegas Matt knows damn well that he's bringing in suckers for slaughter, but he will deny it until the cows come home, because he likes to pretend that he's an honest and decent guy who's just providing entertainment. What a load of bullshit. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, I guess once again, I have to leave you. I'm sure that you'll be sad about that.